Hey, what's up, everyone? With MagicCon coming up in about 3 weeks or so, and all of this Universe Beyond stuff coming out, I've always wanted to just make a meme commander deck with just a Universes Beyond commander meme deck where I try to have every single card, even the lands, be non-magic in universe IP. And so I've accumulated a bunch of Universes Beyond secret lairs over the past months, and I haven't had a chance to really crack them yet. Haven't really had a reason to crack them, but I figure I just crack them on camera and also talk about my deck a little bit. There's not much to talk about because I'm not really a big commander player, but talk about my deck and also just talk about secret lairs in general, how I feel about secret lairs, what I think is going on with them in terms of value and price, and everything like that. So without further ado, we have here the Black Panther Marvel secret lair, the Deadpool secret lair, and the Wolverine secret lair. Now I have Iron Man and Captain America, but it just doesn't really fit into my deck, so I'm not gonna open those. I'm just gonna keep those sealed for now. I reserve the right to open them at a later point if I want to make those decks. I am kind of interested in making a Captain America deck because of all of the weapon stuff that's coming out in Final Fantasy. I don't have all the cards that I want for this deck, so I don't really have like a deck list right now. And a lot of the cards that I want or need for it are gonna come from Final Fantasy. So this is just me opening the cards and saving up a bunch of Universe Beyond stuff for my inevitable SpongeBob SquarePants Joda Commander meme deck with just a bunch of random stuff. So on this side, we have the SpongeBob cards. We have the lands under the sea, rainbow foil. So yeah, some of these are rainbow foil, some of these are not. I wasn't able to get rainbow foil versions of the Marvels, some of the Marvel stuff. If you remember what happened with the original Marvel Secret Lair drop, it was a wild event where the site crashed so many times, and by the time you finally got out of like the 2-3 hour line, everything was sold out. So I could only pick up whatever I could at the time. So I don't have foil versions of all this stuff. So it's just going to be a mixture of foil and non-foil stuff. But I do have the Lands Under the Sea foil. Internet sensation now. Here it is. This is the main one for the deck because this is a meme deck. And these are the meme cards, especially that counterspell. Oh, I really hope I get that meme counterspell with the uppercase, lowercase letters. If this deck really comes together, not if it's good, but if I really enjoy it eventually and stuff, I might have to pay the whatever $200 is that counterspell is going for. It's the whole deck. The whole point is the meme. I don't know. We'll think about it later. And Legends of Bikini Bottom. This is the one with the SpongeBob Commander. So this is the main one. All right, so let's get cracking. Let's see what kind of the bonus cards I get. There's the Smothering Tithe, which is really good in the SpongeBob SquarePants one, but I'll probably just get the Command Tower, and there's like a Dismember and stuff like that. Anyway, so this year there has been so many secret lairs that have come out just this year and also last year. We have the Summer Super Drop coming out not this coming Monday, but the following Monday on June 9th. That's the one with the Final Fantasy ones, and it has like the Foglio artist guy and then the other artist guy that did that Dark Ritual. Don't get me wrong, the art for those look incredible, and I am definitely going to get some, and they look awesome. I think they're going to do decently. So, but if you look at all the other secret lairs that have come out this year, I think only one secret lair has actually done like really well in terms of value. Whoops, drop that. Only one has done really, really well in terms of value, and that's the Tragic Romance one. There might have been a couple of others, but none. I don't think any of them as good as Tragic Romance. So I was always just wondering, like, why, right? Like, why did the Tragic Romance secret lair, which I believe is sitting around 150-ish for the foil version and like probably like 100 for the non-foil version, why did that one go up so much in value, like 5x in value or so, when the other ones are like basically just sitting at like $50-$60, and they were like it was like a $40 secret lair. So I was just thinking about that, and I'm not really sure what the exact reason is, but I feel like I've thought about a couple of things that I think are big factors. One is that it's gotta have like Kalia is the main card in that set, and she's like a very popular commander card. Even though there are so many different versions of Kalia, she's just really popular commander. And art is subjective, but this is probably one of the best art that they've made for Kalia. It's also kind of it's got a little bit of a sex appeal, and just the art just looks really good. So that is probably the biggest factor, right? The fact that she's a very popular commander, and this is the best, subjectively, one of the best art for her. Let's see what we get here. And we got the command tower. Whoops, I bumped my camera here. Got the command tower on this one. So we got 2 more shots, I believe, at something different from the SpongeBob lair. And then I also think that I think it's a possibility. We don't know this for sure if it was confirmed, but I think it's a possibility that because it wasn't like the main headlining secret lair, and the tragic romance one with Kalia came out with the SpongeBob one, so there was that huge bundle, and because it wasn't the main headliner secret lair, I think that they probably didn't print as many for because of that, because they maybe underestimated the demand for that one a little bit, and so there was really high demand for the Kalia one due to those factors, and less demand there was very high demand for the tragic romance, but they did not expect it to be that high, and so there was lower supply. And of course, all of this stuff is supply and demand, and so that's why Kalia is worth so much. As for these SpongeBob ones, I think the demand is still very high. It's probably not that high, and the cards are not that incredible. And Kalia is not a very expensive card. What is it, like a couple bucks for you can get like the regular version just for a couple bucks. Oh, here it is. Look at those eyeballs. Look at that. Look at the eyeballs. Bleh, glistening. Yeah, I can't wait to counter somebody with this counter spell. Oh, I want the other version. But anyway, days. So where was I? What were we talking about? Kalia? Oh yeah, so like the SpongeBob secret lair, right? Like I think the demand is still high, but they expected that, and so they printed just an unfathomable amount of the SpongeBob secret lair, and so that kind of suppressed the appreciation of the SpongeBob secret lair. Don't worry. I mean, I'm still pretty confident. I'm very confident that it will rise over time. It's only been a couple of months. It's not long at all. And so because of that, it will go up, but it just didn't shoot up as much as what happened with Tragic Romance, which is really an outlier. Here we go. What do we have? Dismember. Okay. At least we didn't get another command tower. Pretty cool. All right. The final one lands under the sea. Really want that counter spell. Probably I'm basically not going to get it, but it's all right. It's all right. So so if you look at not just SpongeBob, right? Because I think the SpongeBob foil one's going for like 60-ish, right? And it was like a $40 secret lair. If you look at even the Marvel ones, I think they came out last November, and they're in the $80-$90 range. But don't forget, those Marvel secret lairs were $10 more than the regular one. So they were 50 for the foil and 40 for the non-foil, which is the same as Deadpool. And if you look at Deadpool, now Deadpool is different because they gave the non-foil versions to game stores to sell. So the non-foil Deadpool supply is probably through the roof. And because of that, if you look on the market, it's going for like $45 when it you could have got it from the store, from the secret lair website for $40. So it's like $4 or so more than where where was the retail price. But the foil version, I think it's sitting around 60 something dollars. And don't forget, the foil version cost you $50 before tax. So it's kind of, hasn't really gone up much, but that came out it was announced on like April Fool's Day, April 1st. And it went on sale maybe the week after that. So it's been like a little under, wait. Oh yeah, I got two of each lens. I was like, wait, did I get 2 planes? So it's only been out for like under 2 months. So we'll just have to see where the Deadpool one goes. People are saying that, we're going to get a Avengers set next summer, probably aligning with Las Vegas MagicCon. I think that's very possible. And people are saying that, with the Marvel Spider-Man set, especially the Spider-Man set not being on digital, like on Arena, and only being in paper, and actually none of the Marvel sets being in digital, I think that's going to make the Marvel cards, the paper versions, a little bit more valuable just because that's the only way to experience them. Okay, so here we go. And we get another command tower. So, yep, not getting my meme counterspell. Going to have to buy the single if that is what I want. At least I did not get 3 command towers. So let's crack open the Black Panther now. These also came with a bonus card that's like a Groot. I don't remember all the different possibilities you could have gotten, but there was one card that's like worth a bunch of money if you were lucky enough to get that. So I actually like when they do these. Oh look, they changed the packaging. It used to be plastic. See, this is an older one. This came out like November of last year. The SpongeBob ones were, I don't remember when, like March or February of this year, and they're kind of like paperish. So good for them. Smaller packaging, less waste. That's always good. So where were we? Marvel Secret Lair. I don't remember what we were talking about, but Deadpool, like sitting about 60. These Marvel Secret Lairs came out November. So Deadpool is about 2 months old. The older Marvel Secret Lairs are about, I don't know, what's the math? It's like six-ish months old. And they're sitting, with the exception of Black Panther, which is like below the price you could buy it for, which is ridiculous. Like, I think, this might be something to pick up because you can get Black Panther. I think the foil is somehow cheaper than the non-foil. You can get it for like $40, which is the same price, the retail price. And I think the foil was $50, but I think you can get the foil for $40. So look into that. Scare the waves. These are not foil. Bass Blessing. If you're playing Heroic Intervention, which is coming out in the Final Fantasy, if you're playing the Marvel Rivals game, when you hear the word tremble before Bast, you better watch out because Black Panther's in about to one-shot you. Nature's Lore. I think this is not the special one. Oh, that's cool. So in the non-foil Secret Lair, I got a foil bonus card. It's actually kind of hard to see on camera that this is a foil, but see, that's foil. So you can get foil bonus cards in non-foil, and maybe that actually is why, if you look at some of the Secret Lairs, you can see that sometimes it's a better value when you buy the non-foil. Like, you can see some Secret Lair, I don't remember which one off the top of my head, but like so let's say the normal Secret Lair is $30 for non-foil and $40 for foil. And when they're on the market later on, you'll see that the prices are kind of similar for the foil and non-foil. Now, I'm not really sure why. I mean, it probably has to do with the supply and demand. I think maybe they print more foils. I don't know. Maybe people just open more foils, but whatever the reason, sometimes non-foils are almost the same price as the foils. What are we opening? We're opening Deadpool now. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the Marvel set. So yeah, so it's only gonna be on paper. I think that's gonna make the paper cards worth a little bit more. The fact that all of the Marvel Secret Lair cards are $10 more, which is annoying, but it is what it is. And also when the Avenger set comes out along with the Spider-Man set, I think there's gonna be some people, some big Marvel fans out there who are gonna want to make like a Marvel themed deck or whatever, and so certain Marvel cards are gonna have a little more value due to that. Like I can see the Doctor Strange counterspell that people got from MagicCon last year going up in value. It's dropped down from about like 100 to like 70 right now. So I can see that going back up to 100 or so eventually when the demand for Marvel increases. I love this. I love the Deadpool cards. Let's see if we can get the Blacker Lotus. I need to move this up a little. We're running out of space here. Let's see if we can get the Blacker Lotus though, huh? But probably not. Deadly Rollick, Saw in Half, Blasphemous Act. I love the art and stuff on this. And we got Harmless Offering. Vando Blast. See, this is a non-foil Deadpool, but the bonus card is foil. It's cute, Jeff the Land Shark. And again, if you're playing Marvel Rivals, you know all about that Jeff the Land Shark, who just got the Sharknado team up alt with Storm, which is another secret lair that's very expensive. Okay, last one, Wolverine. This one's like almost $90 for the secret lair now, which is pretty wild. When these Marvel secret lairs came out, I initially thought that Iron Man was gonna be like, I mean, we all knew Storm was gonna be the best one just because people wanted to make the Storm decks, and Storm sold out immediately. Like I couldn't even get any Storm ones, but I thought Iron Man was gonna do better than it has done. It hasn't done as well as I thought, because it has Commander's play, it has a Soul Ring and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I understand Wolverine's really cool. It's got Berserk. The card is a nice Commander, and I think it's mainly because Iron Man himself, the card as a Commander, is not that popular. And see, that kind of goes back to like my thinking on secret lairs, that one of the really important, like a really big factor in what makes certain secret lairs rise in value, like Commander is a really big part of secret lair. You know what I mean? Like people are not buying secret lair cards to put into like their competitive standard deck, right? Because I don't know if any of the cards are standard legal, so, or modern, or what, you know, some of them are modern legal, but they're generally not buying secret lair cards for that stuff. They're just doing it for like bling out their Commander deck or bling out their cube or whatever. Wolverine is such an awesome card. So because of that, I think that the secret lairs with the really popular Commanders and coupled with good art, that is probably one of the bigger factors for a secret lair value to go up quickly. What I've noticed is that, I don't know if this has been recent or just how it is, but man, they really overprint secret lairs. I mean, if you go to the secret lair website now, you know, they recently had the raised foil stuff, the Vroom, and the Everything's on Fire, and even the recent Commander decks, like they're not sold out. So the Ozolith, great card right here, and let's see what we get. Unnatural Growth. And see, so this is not the special card, but again, it's foil, even though I opened the non-full Wolverine. This bonus card is the Wolverine bonus card because Groot looks like Wolverine here. And then for Nature's Lore, this is the regular one because you can see Black Panther in it. So I feel like they've just been overprinting secret lairs. They're not selling out, which is a good thing because people are able to get them. But it does harm the value of the cards of the secret lairs in the short term. I think everything will be fine in the long term. Don't worry about it. I do like when they put like kind of chase bonus cards a little bit in the secret lair, and it's like better than when they just do like the junk zombie card, right? They've been just doing zombie cards lately, and I think that also contributes. So the SpongeBob ones and these Marvel ones had these nice bonus cards. Of course, people didn't know what they're gonna be when they were first announced or ordered. The Deadpool one has like a nice bonus card and possibility of getting a Blacker Lotus, which is cool. People, they didn't know that, so I don't think it really affected their decision making, but I think it does affect the value of the secret lairs in the aftermarket, right? So we know that when you buy whatever's available secret lair now, like Vroom, Everything's on Fire, you don't have a possibility of getting like a chase bonus card like Smothering Tithe or the meme counterspell, or whatever that chase one is in the Marvel stuff, or Black Lotus. You're just gonna get one of those retro frame zombies. Now they could be nice and stuff, but they're just not worth that much, and that does damper the value of those secret lairs. What's gonna be really interesting is what bonus card will the Final Fantasy secret lair have, that's coming out in 2 Mondays from now. If they just put a zombie in there, that's not gonna be that exciting or fun. But those secret lairs will still be very popular. But I have a feeling they're gonna do something, because usually these special secret lairs, they do something, right? I feel like when it's like these black cover universe beyond secret lairs or whatever, they're gonna do something special for the bonus cards. And then when it's like a normal secret lair in the white folders, white packaging, they might just do, your typical retro frame zombie or whatever they were doing before the zombies. So anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts on secret lairs. I think it's hard to figure out for certain. Obviously, it's very hard to figure out for certain which ones are going to be worth like a ton in the future. But I think there are certain things you can look out for. A popular commander with great art. If they're advertising something big like Final Fantasy, SpongeBob, Marvel, I think it's safe to assume they're going to print a lot of it. And while that's a great thing so that people can get it and stuff, but in terms of short-term value, it won't shoot up very quickly. But the fringe secret lairs, like the extra ones they add on to the side, so like for the summer super drop for the Final Fantasy one, right? So we have the Final Fantasy ones, which everyone wants, and it's gonna be good. They're gonna print a ton of those, a metric ton of those, and then there's the other summer ones, right? There's the 3 other ones, the Foglio art one. I can't remember the other guy's name. The guy that did the Dark Ritual, that's worth a ton. That's probably like that is definitely one of the most expensive secret lair cards. I don't know if not the most, but that and then there's one more secret lair that I can't remember. Oh, it's by a Japanese artist, and it's like got the consecrated Sphinx, right? So like, see, that one doesn't have like a commander, like a legendary commander that's popular. The art is, very subjective in terms of how good it is, like in terms of how much you like it. So I wouldn't say the art is incredible on it, but I definitely can see how some people would like that. So that's why I don't think that one's gonna be crazy value. The Foglio one does not have a legendary creature that's popular. The art, I think it looks good. I wouldn't say it's like something that most people would find it to be good, but who knows? There could be a big following of that kind of art style or that artist in particular. So there's a possibility there, but it doesn't have the commander aspect, and neither does the other one. I can't remember the artist name, but it's got aggravated assault. That's probably the most valuable card in it, but it has incredible art. Like, I'm not even into that style of art. It's kind of like a very realistic, very violent, masculine art style, but it just looks beautiful and incredible. So it's got that going for it, but doesn't have the commander, popular legendary creature aspect. So while I do think it could do really well, just like that same artist former one with the Dark Ritual, I don't think it's like a sure thing. And one last thing I want to note, if you look at the City Styles Secret Lair, City Styles 1, it's worth a lot. And I didn't buy it, or I wasn't really buying Secret Lairs at the time. I don't even remember when it came out, a couple of years ago, maybe just 1 year ago. But the art looks absolutely incredible, and it has very popular commanders. So take a look at City Styles 1, and you can also compare it to City Styles 2. City Styles 2, which was very recent this year, the art is all the same artist. The art is incredible, but it doesn't have that commander. And so if you look at the value of the price of City Styles 2, it's not ridiculously high. So I think you kind of need those two things going for it. And then, of course, the Marvel ones, they do have the really good commanders, right? But because it's like one of the main headliner secret lairs, they're gonna print a ton of it, and that's why it just keeps the price down. Like Wolverine, right? Really popular. Even Storm, very good, very popular secret lair, a very popular commander card. They even added in really good cards. Like Storm has Jessica's Will, Wolverine has Berserk, the Ozolith, right? But because they print so much, the value is sitting around like $80 or $90, and you had to pay 40 for the non-foil and 50 for the foil. So it's really hasn't even doubled in value yet, right? And so that just goes to show that how much they've printed this. And I think that it's going to be the same for the Final Fantasy ones. Like the Final Fantasy cards are great. It's Final Fantasy. They're not charging the extra $10, which is awesome. But they're going to print so much that I just don't see it even doubling in price within the first year at all. All right, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I wanted to just share my thoughts on Secret Lairs and just share me opening these. And when I do have my Commander meme Universe Beyond deck done, I might just really quickly go over it. It's probably going to suck, so maybe not. I'm not a huge Commander player, so anyway. Yeah, good luck getting the Final Fantasy Secret Lairs. I hope it's not as crazy as the Marvel one was last time. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.